Okay, guys, welcome back to your Grimerica Outlawed Roundup Plus edition for September 22nd, 2025. Also, now we're doing a little free portion. Not won't be long, 20, 30 minutes, but we're going to add a little free portion here. We're going to do it on YouTube in the hopes that maybe we can drum up some support over there. We can get super chats again. We've been remonetized. We can do that kind of stuff. And we'll also release this. It'll go into the Outlawed feed. For our free listeners, they'll get a teaser too. If you want to get the full episode where we get into the wild stuff, you'll have to sign up for Plus for that stuff. We can't stream that stuff on YouTube either. We tend to get in trouble. We do upload the video portions of it, though. You can get the video on Substack or on Patreon or where else? Locals, right? But if you do just like subscribe through the website and email us, we'll sign you up for the Substack for free and send you all the member videos, because we get a bigger cut if you just sign up through the website.
Yeah. I guess that would be the only one. I mean, Rockfin's not really working out very good these days, so I guess you could go there. But that's the only other spot. What?
They don't really give us any money, but you could go there.
Yeah.
So I know my title was NASA, like Graham used to say it, but this now I've chose to spell it like Graham says it, NASAW.
And how is it supposed to be said?
NASA.
NASA? And I said Nassau, so it's Nassau.
I believe, to your credit, I believe you say it right now.
What?
But in the early days, you used to say it wrong.
I thought people had changed the way they say it to match me.
No, we busted your balls so much that they eventually gave in. You succumb. So your title was something about Mossad?
Well, I mean,
I forgive you, Mossad, right? Was that?
What?
I forgive you, Mossad. Was that it?
We forgive you, Mossad. Yeah, well, it's because I watched Erika Kirk's speech, and did you see that? I mean, she forgave the young man who did it right. I mean,
what?
It was, and a whole bunch of people stood up, standing ovation, 90,000 people there. I mean, it was pretty powerful speech, and that's what should happen, right? It should be like forgiveness and all that. I mean, I kind of want to get into some of this.
All right.
A little deeper.
I've got an unpopular opinion that and now this is not members only, which can present a problem, but I think she's the Mossad, man.
Well, so
how many times did she say was it Turning Point? Turning Point? Is it
what?
What's the
Turning Point? Yeah.
How many times did she say turningpoint.com in that first speech, like a day or two after her husband got killed?
TPUSA. Well, because there's thousands of people trying to get a hold of them.
I guess.
And that was what he said all the time. He repeated it over and over. If you want to get involved, go to tpusa.com, tpusa.com, right? That's what her point was.
But is that what she would be doing if you're a significant?
Yeah, she's the CEO now. So
blasted in front of you, like the day before.
Yeah. Well, yeah. What? The day before?
Day or two.
You said after. You said after at first. Okay, what's your point? I don't know. I'm not following here.
I think she's a honeypot.
Well, she might be, but that doesn't. I don't think that really changes anything. I mean, the fact is, whoever planned this, whoever did it, I think they underestimated. I think everything backfired. I think.
I'm not disagreeing with that. I have some contention with just her specifically. I don't trust her.
Why? Because she worked for Trump before?
No.
And she won a Miss Universe bikini thing or something. I don't know if it was bikini or not. So I'm not,
I'm just saying.
You understand what I mean?
I seen a thing. I found this. I had a clip.
And she ran it.
It had her whole history in it, and I lost it. I can't find it. It was it was really well laid out on how.
Well, she had a ministry in Europe or something too for a bit.
Yeah. I don't know.
But I mean, so then they got introduced and they fell in love. I mean, I don't know. It feels like true love. Geez, I don't even want to say too much right now until
I know.
I feel awkward.
I don't want to get into it. It's
okay. Let's save that. Let's save that part then.
All right. What do you got then? You want me to do you want to continue that thread?
I feel like we have to explain to more people here. Like, we are back on YouTube. Like, YouTube actually remonetized us, which doesn't really mean anything for revenue, but as far as ads and stuff like that goes, because we've never ever really been monetized ever. But the Oh, now Ian's got to throw in these comments. That's exactly what I was going to say. So how am I supposed to save it for the end? After her first appearance after his death, she seemed like she was acting. That's the vibe I got with her on stage with a 30-minute, 25-minute speech. I felt like that. I felt like it was a bit fake. But I mean, I also don't want to assume anything because she was probably trying to hold it together in front of I mean, I couldn't go up there in front of 90,000 people and start preaching the Bible and stuff. I mean, what?
I mean, that's the other thing. I mean, doesn't it seem, you think that's what Charlie wanted? A stadium?
Yeah. What do you mean?
Fireworks? You wanted fireworks? Do you want fireworks?
Well, what? That's not fireworks. It's just effects.
It's like flares, man. Do you want? I mean, the whole thing is gross.
Yeah, I'm okay with flares. Put the fire. If I die and I infect 90,000 people come to my funeral, give me fireworks.
All right, noted.
I can't believe that's what you're like creeping out about.
No, it's not that. It's the whole thing. It's the whole thing. Right after from day. I mean, Charlie seems like a great guy. Okay, I couldn't happen to a nicer guy. Honestly, you see, out of all the because it's like out of all those right wing influencers, they all have something that fucking bugs me, and he kind of didn't. You know, he was the only one that just kind of did never get under your skin because he was pretty level headed.
He never got under your skin. I think
now everything around it is getting under my skin.
I think he's going to be more powerful in death for sure than in life. I mean, he's going to be he's the perfect martyr in a lot of ways. And I mean, and honestly, and Altrusian Grace is like biggest psyop in decades. Well, yeah, that I would agree, but also it's really showing stuff, right? I mean, it feels like like the culture war is becoming more manufactured than it needs to be. But I mean, here's okay. Let's get into it. Then we have to get into it a little bit. Then, so here's what I'm questioning: why would the left not quite? Because nobody believes the narrative. Nobody believes the narrative. They had these interviews on X there with these like big famous people. I think they were even interviewing at the event, and they're like, nobody I talked to believes the narrative. So nobody believes that kid shot him. So apparently Cash is opening it up to the investigation again, or something is going on where they're going to add like more suspects to the thing, right? So here's my question. Why wouldn't the left then, before reacting and celebrating, why wouldn't they just question the narrative and say, and point, why wouldn't they be poking holes in the narrative? Because there's a lot of holes there. There's a lot of gaps. There's some gaping wide holes. I was just on the Union of the Wanted with Craig Sawyer. He was a sniper, and he was in one of the Bible studies with Charlie Kirk too recently, and he was saying that 30-06 like would make an exit wound, like, and I was like, well, he was the Man of Steel, wasn't he? I mean, they're saying he's the Man of Steel, like that. He's so strong and healthy. It blocked the 30-06 round from coming out the back, and he said it would have exploded out the back. Like it in that, unless it was in his chest somewhere in his chest cavity or whatever, but in the throat it would have come out for sure.
I don't know. I think if you're shooting a 125 grain, which would be strange. It would be strange to be shooting a 125 out of 30-06, but you can't get it. You can get it, especially for antelope and stuff like that, for small game, so that you can shoot far and flat. So I think there's a possibility that a 125 grain projectile would not go through. And because I have got my 150 grain projectiles out of a 270, which is almost the exact same caliber as a 30-06. And I've gotten it stuck at antelope.
Okay, yeah, I don't know. He seemed pretty sure, but he did mention like if they nerfed it a little bit.
4 bullets now out of game I've shot with my 270 round at 150 grain. That's almost identical to a 30-06 out of a moose, out of a deer, out of an antelope.
Yeah, but it depends on where it's hitting. I think his point is that it's.
I'm not disagreeing with that, but I think there's a chance that if it hit right into the spine, it could get stuck.
Okay, yeah, maybe.
Down at 125 grain, it's not very big.
So what do you think about this then? I mean,
I'm not saying I agree with the narrative. I'm just saying that we should be, I'm saying as a hunter that shoots bullets all the time, ballistics, and knows things about grains, that I think it's possible.
I know, but look at this. So have you seen this from the White House? The symbol of hope, truth, justice, the American way, Superman, Trump, right? Have you seen that? So they said Kirk He's so healthy and so impressive that he's the Man of Steel. Meanwhile, the picture of the actual guy who was accused of killing him is in a McDonald's or whatever, a Burger King or McDonald's or Wendy's or whatever, and there's a Superman poster behind him. I mean,
Yeah, it's wild.
is that wild?
But I mean, we've seen wilder stuff in the synchronicity world. I'm saying it's pretty wild. And I'm not even saying that 99 times out of 100, that 125 grain probably gonna leave an exit wound, but strange things happen sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. There's a whole bunch of different theories like Altrusian Grace and Hollywood special effects, all that stuff. Yeah, that's all like on the table, possibility and everything. But the point is, it doesn't even really matter what happened, who did what, because it's already like blown up to the point where, a whole bunch of people have showed their cards. There's a whole bunch of people now glorifying violence. Like you can cut a pretty clear line on what's normal. It's like, don't celebrate the murder of somebody, no matter what. Like, how can that be? And now all of a sudden everybody's already taken either that side or maybe the other side. I mean, I'm sure there's many sides, but it's already dividing us. So, but I guess if it is a setup or a psyop, they sure are like going after the left in that way, which is pretty scary, right? Because if you're starting to go after like Antifa and the left, the furries, I mean, it's a discrimination against the furries. I don't know if you've seen that post or not, but I mean, like now people are making accusations of furries, and that's not fair to their whole community.
Okay. And
they're like the modern day werewolves. I mean, there was people have always believed they've been animals all throughout time. I mean,
do you believe you're an animal?
Like
a cheetah or something?
Cheetah was my favorite animal. How did you know?
It
was, yeah. When I was a kid, yeah, cheetah.
So as an adult, you don't get to have a favorite animal?
Well, I mean, it used to be.
What is it now?
Well, my spirit animal is a boar.
That makes sense. All right. Well, it's up to you. Oh, look at this. Sounds like a turning point was infiltrated by Israel months back and things were starting to change. I know I got to find this clip. So hopefully somebody is listening. I think somebody sent it to me. So I was going through all the things to try and find it, but I can't find it. There's so much stuff and it's like impossible.
Well, do you use your bookmarks?
I told you.
Uh-oh. Yeah, you did something to your audio there.
That's fucking thing just plays itself.
Do you use your bookmarks in X?
No, I think it was maybe on. So here's the problem: is I think it was on Instagram or Facebook. And you know how when you get into real mode, you're in real mode, and you're like sometimes you want to do something or pause it, but if it's gone, it's fucking gone. And like if the phone goes black for a second and you turn it back on and it's gone and you never see it again.
Yeah,
everyone knows what I'm talking about. So anyway, I have some other stuff I'd like to get you once we're done with the Kirk stuff.
Okay.
I mean, we pretty much have nothing to save for the second half now because that was pretty well it.
Yeah, exactly. I think we'll leave the Kirk stuff here, I guess. It's just a fascinating time to me. And I like at least the forgiveness part and how many people showed up to, and there seems to be a resurgence to church.
The owner of that community.
God damn this. Okay.
All right, go for it.
Go for it. Hit it.
So this was a man named Daniel.
I told you.
21. Carol.
I said, just for the record, I said before we started recording that this first tweet was going to be a nightmare, and it's proven to be true. So this is from.
He was the chairman of a 3-man commission.
I didn't touch anything.
Appointed by
President. When you roll it, yeah.
So this is from TJ
George Washington.
Trevor Juke on X, I guess Twitter. I'm still saying Twitter. Fuck it. And this is, you've heard the saying, all roads lead to Rome. Washington, D.C., built on land previously known as Rome. The owner of this land,
a suitable location for
Francis Pope.
Yeah.
Let's look at the original name of Washington, D.C. Back before it was known as Washington, D.C., this land on 7 hills had a name. What was that name? Rome. No kidding. You can look this up. Rome, Maryland. And this is probably old news for some of you. I did not know this until the other day. I was just aware of the Rome connection because of the symbols that they have. I'd never really looked much further into it than that. But DC was known as Rome, Maryland. And the guy, listen to this, this is going to blow your mind. The guy who owned it, the guy who owned the land, the plot of land where the Capitol building was, his name was Francis Pope. And I was on a Catholic website looking up some information as I was digging through all this. And they said, yes, this guy's name was Francis Pope, and his nickname was Pope of Rome on the Tiber. Because there was a little creek that went through there that they had named the Tiber. And if you don't know, the Tiber River is in Rome, and we have a Pope called Pope Francis in the year 2021. You cannot make this up. I thought this was something I could just fact check and be like, this is wrong. I'm going to fact check it. It's wrong, like the Facebook fact checkers. 21. You cannot make this up. I thought this was something I could just fact check and be like, this is wrong. I'm going to fact check it. It's wrong, like the Facebook fact checkers. But no, there is a guy, or was a guy, named Francis Pope on the property records, and the place was called Rome.
To look at the Vatican. Once you begin to look at the Vatican, now it's going to get serious, because you need to remember that the Pope has dominated Europe for some 1600 years, and Europe has dominated the world for 1600 years. And our American system is a Vatican system. We live under the Vatican in this country. The Vatican system, of course, is based on the ancient Roman system. And in Rome, the seat of power for Caesar was called Capitol Hill. And so every morning, Caesar would go up on the hill, Capitol Hill. Capital is a Latin word for money. You either have the capital or you don't. And consequently, in the Capitol Hill, Caesar would meet with the Senate. That's what we have, the Senate. The symbols of the ancient Roman Senate were two fasces crossed, the crossing of the fasces. That's the symbol of the United States Senate, crossing of the fasces. When you see the President of the United States standing and speaking to an audience in the room where the podium and then the Speaker of the House and the Vice President sit behind him, when you see someone making a speech in that room, look on both sides of the podium. Don't look at the person talking. Look at the symbols. For many will look with their eyes but not see, and will listen with their ears but not hear, and with the heart not get the sense of it. You need to open your eyes and look at the symbols on both sides of the podium, which is about an 8 or 9 foot high fascia, called a fascia, a bundle of sticks with a hatchet head, the symbol of royal power in Rome. Our system is under Rome. Doesn't matter what you think of the Roman Catholic Church. It doesn't matter what you think of the religion of the Roman Catholic Church. All you need to know is your country is dominated by the Pope. Period.
We have to remember that America, this what we call America, has been in the hands of the Vatican since certainly no later than Grover Cleveland, especially with the Kennedy assassination when the Jesuits killed Kennedy. But from 1901, the fascist symbol of the fascists began to be displayed in the House of Representatives. I saw it there when FDR declared war, like when the Congress declared war in 1941, those fascist symbols were there in the House. So we have had, in fact, de facto fascism in a American empire created by this 14th Amendment, and this empire with its Federal Reserve Bank and its vast resources and men, this tremendous military power that's been built and financed by the Federal Reserve Bank, has been used to just restore the Pope's temple power around the world and to kill heretics and liberals around the world for the last 100 years. And this is merely a continuation in Iraq of what's been done since the days of the Spanish-American War. So for this to change, American people are going to have to realize that our country has been taken over, and it has been taken over for over 100 years, and they have to start moving to resolve the problem. One of the first things is, humanly speaking, is the Jesuits have to be expelled from this country, and it has to be done by way of the government. That means the Jesuits have to be broken of their death grip over the Justice Department. In fact, when you go into the Justice Department of Washington, D.C., there's a fence there, and a gate, and as those gates open on the inner end of those gates, as it opens together, are the symbol of a Roman fascist, a bundle of rods with an axe protruding at the top. The Justice Department is fascist, and it's run by the Jesuits and will protect them, and they will never be expelled unless the Justice Department is taken back. There are those that seem to be right, like Ron Paul. I mean, he advocates doing away with the socialist communist income tax, which is a violation of our Fifth Amendment right, trying to compel us to make admissions and confessions on a tax return every year, which is typical Roman, because you see, the Jesuits have designed this government of the empire precisely as they run their Vatican empire. Because every Roman Catholic is supposed to go to confession once a year. Well, now every citizen in the 14th Amendment is supposed to go to confession every year. It's called filing a tax return.
So there's some interesting stuff there, and I found this little. He's got this little power structure thing in here, where it says this. So at the top we got the ruling dynasty, continued directly from that which ruled the Roman Empire. And under that is the Vatican, the Order of Malta, the Crown HQ Order of the Temple, the Order of the Rose Croix,
Yeah, Croix.
Order of the Garter, and the Jesuit Order, who are over the Rhodes Milner Round Table, the Fabian Society, the Fibble Privy Council, and the Circle. And then under that, it goes down to the politicians, MSN, judiciary, the Crown, blah, blah, blah. So I thought it had, because, there was that thing going around. Remember there's a picture of that dude that's supposed to be the guy who's actually running the world, and he's like a direct descendant of the Roman empires. I forget his name. I thought they would have it here. Every national government gets its owners from a single ruling entity, of which the crown is a principal apparatus.
Well, what do you think? Do you think that they still are interested? So here, what do you think about this? Because we've talked about one of the reasons why they want to go after, they want to stifle millionaires and billionaires. You don't want too many rogue billionaires coming about, right? So you know how there's a fight over from the new money, the new tech bros, the new money versus the old monarchy in Europe, which would I would say the Vatican would maybe be even over that or maybe included in that. Do you think they're going after it? I mean, is this a battle between new money and old money, do you think? Like, do you think the Vatican is losing control?
Hopefully. That'd be kind of nice, right? It's this is the talking about the thing. America and all of its installed puppets swear allegiance to the Crown Temple and the Vatican State. And I think I think they were talking about the wall being not Jewish. Herod's shrine in Nimrod, Herod's temple, is not Jewish, nor is Fort Antonia, which was built as a fortress to protect it. Colonists referred to below aren't Jewish either, but Zionists. The Western Wall, this is for UNESCO. The Western Wall is not Jewish. UNESCO has finally accepted the historical fact that the so-called Western Wailing Wall had nothing to do with Judaism. It remains a Roman fortress, wrongly adopted as a religious structure by Jewish colonists. But all these guys, they have in the picture there, all these guys, is that Zelensky?
I don't think so.
Oh, no, that's Vance, isn't it? That's JD Vance and Trump.
Yeah.
And the Roman Fort Antonia wall.
And which is weird that I think what's his name had to go there just before Charlie was assassinated or afterwards. Marco Rubio was there. Maybe between the thing and his assassination was kind of weird timing.
You want to watch another clip or move on?
That's up to you. Sure.
If you can't see that Rome never fell with its de jure Western Empire, but lived through the papacy, black ops, espionage, manufactured conflict, war, blackmail, and masonry at this point, then I can't help you.
It just so happens that the Remain patron saint of epidemics is Saint Corona.
Yes. The patron saint of epidemics is Saint Corona. That's right. Another proof that this is all papal, all Jesuitical. Not the Jews. It's the Jesuit order pulling this off, with certain Jews up front to be scapegoated.
And now it just so happens that the remains of the aforementioned Saint Corona are in the Roman Catholic Cathedral of Aachen, Aachen, which I believe is in Bavaria. You'll have to correct me.
Northern Germany. Yep.
Yes.
Germany, that's where Charlemagne was buried.
That's exactly right. And so above the door of this cathedral is that New World Order, the all-seeing eye in the pyramid with the rays of the sun and blazing out from behind it, which is, of course, according to Jim Arabito and William Guy Carr's research, that was the original seal of the Bavarian Illuminati, which Adam Weishaupt, the professor of canon law at Jesuit Ingolstadt University, came up with.
Amen. And I have in my PowerPoint 733 slides or PowerPoints. I have about 10 or 15 of these symbols. And
here's a picture where Trump fits in, converted for marriage, Jesuit, Fordham. So it says Trump's a Jesuit from Fordham U, Jesuit, Georgetown. So maybe they're all Jesuits. Yeah, I don't know. How would you find that out?
Yeah, I don't know.
There's Elon. There's your boy Elon at the
I don't know,
wall.
but people have been putting out there lately that Jesuits aren't Jews, kind of. Or no, Zionism is not Jews. That's what they've been saying. The Zionists aren't Jews.
Interesting. So there's a bunch more. There's Putin at the wall, Barack, Macron, Clinton. Look at he's really getting into it, eh? Which one's that again? What's his name? Freedom guy from Argentina.
Malay.
Well, he's like crying on the wall.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think there's nothing wrong with people paying reverence to religious symbols across the world. I don't know. I don't like throwing it all into the same conspiracy, but I mean, that's kind of where I'm at lately. I'm a bit less conspiratorial these days. Oh, there's Charlie.
Charlie Kirk at the wall. Anyway.
Yeah. So Matt's been talking about hate speech and how the right and the left are looking the same after all this. And yeah, I mean, of course, Bondi messes up with that hate speech statement. He says Kirk is the right's George Floyd, the cancel culture popping up around it. I mean, the right is the ones that got pissed off at Bondi for doing that. It shows that they really don't want to hear that hate speech from Bondi. And I would agree in general, two sides, same coin. But I mean, the left has had the narrative control for over, probably 10, 15 years now. So it is different. The cancel culture that was happening before is different. I don't throw Kimmel into the same pile.
Kimmel's back.
What?
Yeah, Kimmel's back. I mean, cancel culture aside, one guy got assassinated and the other guy got killed while he was being arrested for threatening a pregnant mom while high on fentanyl. So there is, there's that. But
yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. And the other thing is the press brief was, I mean, I only saw the clips, so I can't say I saw the whole thing, but I mean, I'm pretty happy with the result. I mean, vaccines and autism are being talked about. That's more than I could have ever hoped for. That the discussion is happening. The window is going to change. They can't go any faster than that. I'm thinking, 4, 5, 8 years maybe before things really change. But I'm pretty happy with the progress so far.
Well,
but Darren's got some clips of me doing it.
Your boys aren't so happy about the progress. I haven't listened to this whole episode yet, but it feels like the all-in boys are feeling the censorship squeeze from YouTube. Did you see this?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Fun oh my gosh! We just found out that the Karp interview has also been censored on safe mode on YouTube. So wait, basically the 3 talks were Tucker, Tulsi, and Karp. Which, by the way, I think if you had the audience vote on what the most engaging and interesting,
those were the 3 best.
Those are up there.
Yeah. And by the way, there are a lot of other really good ones, but those ones I think were the most captivating. I think the audience you could see was like really engrossed.
Animated.
It could be because of Jason's point, which is that if enough people click report an issue, it gets put into that part of the algorithm. So
yeah, we got to have to give a little grace to Neil here.
Oh, so who's the one who's doing all the reporting here? Who's weaponizing the YouTube reporting system? It's a bunch of tolerant liberals.
It could be Putin. You never know. Sachs, you have moments.
We don't need the Russians doing this to us. We're doing it to ourselves.
There could be a cabal that we could be inflicting this on ourselves.
I agree with Freeberg's wrap-up.
Isn't it crazy that a dude who's part of the administration can get censored on YouTube?
Well, I mean, Trump was completely censored. That's I've watched that whole episode is really good. That whole episode's pretty good. Yeah. They have some good discussion. I mean, they're not all pro-Trump. I mean, it's just that one of them's in the administration right now. So, but the other guys are arguing back and forth. They really do argue like some good friends. I mean, they disagree with each other all the time. It's a pretty well-balanced show. I'm pretty happy with it. And good updates on tech and all kinds of stuff. I mean, I don't know, maybe that's what's making me a little less conspiratorial, because I kind of tend to trust them as entrepreneurs that built their way up for the most part, and not just old money people like propping up a narrative. Like they will criticize Trump about things, and they also, mention the good things that's going on. I mean, I heard their interview with the energy secretary, and it was really good. I mean, the energy secretary knows what's going on with this green bullshit and the real energy, nuclear energy, stuff like that. See, I said it right.
There you go.
You know what I mean? Like there's some good things like that. And the whole autism thing with RFK. I mean, yeah, okay, they threw Tylenol in there. They threw Tylenol under the bus, but they got it in.
We'll get into that in the second half.
Yeah, okay.
It'll probably be longer than half, but We'll get to that. So do you know what my title's about?
I think so.
What?
I think they're officially using NASA as a spying agency or something.
Officially.
Officially. I mean,
futurism. Trump executive order quietly declared that NASA is now a spy agency. So NASA, get it? NASA, what you're doing?
so long space science. I mean, it doesn't mean it's going to go away. Why would anything change?
Trump administration issued an executive order late last month quietly declaring that NASA will operate as a national intelligence and security agency moving forward. The order stipulates that the agency will now have as a primary function intelligence, counterintelligence, investigative, or national security work. It's a major departure for the agency, which has historically focused on space exploration as well as earth sciences over its 67-year lifespan. No mention of the science and exploration stuff, NASA Watch founder Keith Cowling said. Huge part of the reason that I have that independence and that my colleagues do as a union represented worker, I know I'm protected from unfair retaliation. Goddard unfair retaliation. Trump's latest declaration comes at a turbulent time for NASA. The White House has already threatened to cut the agency's science budget in half for the next fiscal year. The president has also proposed sending weapons, like they don't have weapons in space already.
Ian says not another spy agency.
The president has also proposed sending weapons into space for the first time as part of his proposed Golden Dome. Put it all together, and it feels as though the government is increasingly NASA's primary adversary, with the agency expected to lose thousands of senior ranking employees as Trump remakes the United States in his image.
Well, that's good. Maybe they can go work for Elon as Elon increases SpaceX, and maybe they can help get to Mars, get people to Mars. Welcome to Mars, man. Benny's the name.
Well, I checked to see if NASA has evidence that NASA's always been a spy agency.
Short answer, no.
On ChatGPT, so listen to this. Of course, short answer, no. NASA was created as a civilian agency, not always a spy agency. But the U.S. government ran separate, highly classified reconnaissance spy satellite programs at the same time, and over the decades, there has been significant cooperation and some blurred boundaries between NASA, the military, the CIA, and the NRO. Congress created NASA from older NACA to provide a civilian program for peaceful space research. Separately, U.S. intelligence ran secret spy satellite programs starting around the same time. So it's funny how ChatGPT says no, and then like continues to explain how they work. I thought that was kind of interesting.
Should we just transition into UFOs and stuff then, or from NASA?
Let me see. Let me do a couple more things quick. Just like a blitz. Let me do a blitz.
Clip blitz.
I think I accidentally closed the one about the China sun, but that's okay. We can do that another day. This one's for the UK people. I'm sure you've seen this clip already, but I want to play it anyway. This is the British police arresting a little boy for waving the British flag, I believe.
And Saskia for the arrest, so we can have the prompt investigation, okay? So at this stage,
I just come out with Nana.
you're going to be handcuffed.
Nana, no, just come out. Just come out with
Just do the
Nana.
favour, just turn to the back, we handcuff you to the back. Have a rest. Go in.
Doing what?
Lovely, thank you very much.
I just come out with Nana. What are you doing that for him for?
They've both been arrested, okay? They've been identified as being responsible. Just do the favour, love. They've been identified as being responsible in that incident, okay? So at the moment, they've just been arrested on suspicion, okay?
Oh, well, we know who the aggressor is then,
Right.
don't we?
Okay, so we'll do an investigation.
Oh, they're doing an investigation. So
That's the arrest. So we can
They're going to arrest him and then do an investigation. We got to do an investigation after we arrest this guy. I mean, isn't that crazy?
Well, I don't know. These are little clips. You know, you're missing context. Who knows what's going on there? But I mean, I did see one where the lady was trying to walk a dog. What?
It's an 8-year-old kid.
Yeah, I know. There's no good reason. I know, but
There's no good context, and then they admit in the clip that they have to do an investigation
because they're in that incident. They're involved in that incident of waving a white and red flag.
I thought you can't arrest someone until you have the incident. Don't you need the incident first?
Well, no, I mean, you can take somebody in and question them, and then, you do your investigation, all that, right? I mean, that's usually how it works, right? You can't just do the investigation before, right? Isn't that how it works? I mean, didn't somebody just get out on bail in
get arrested, you have to get charged.
What?
You have to be charged. I mean, you could be detained under
It's
suspicion
just
of being
detained.
charged.
It's just fear tactics. They don't want to fly those white and red flags anymore, man. It's like
English
hate.
flag?
They're hate flags.
Isn't it the English flag though?
Yeah, it's the English. That's what I mean. It's like it's too hateful. United Britain is too much.
Well, speaking of hateful, we can come back to Canada quick.
No.
Okay, so sorry, what is there a question? Oh yeah, you want to know each of the different sentencing guidelines?
That'd be nice.
Yeah, sure. So
it'd be nice.
Specific page. What's that? Oh, just on symbols. Yeah. So I think we're dealing with a two-year penalty. So sorry, I'm looking at different things. Let me deal with the hate penalty first. So if you're found guilty of an indictable offense, a maximum penalty under the hate crime, it will be 5 years. If the maximum term of imprisonment for the included offense is 2 years or more, but less than 5 years. 10 years if the maximum term of imprisonment is included offense is 5 years or more, but less than 10 years. 14 years if the maximum term of imprisonment is the included offense is 10 years or more, but less than 14 years. And life if the maximum term of imprisonment for the included offense is 14 years or more, and up to imprisonment for life. Intimidation, where are we here?
I just lost 2 minutes of my life.
If you're guilty of an indictable offense, you'd be.
This is the prison terms you can get for hate speech online in Canada now.
No wonder why he's so nervous.
Liable to imprisonment for a term of not more than 10 years. I've now skipped past the hate symbols piece. My apologies.
They don't want to say those out loud.
Wouldn't you know?
No, dude, imagine saying the wrong thing. He just getting roasted. I mean,
For
getting
punishment
roasted for everything.
You're getting roasted for saying the right thing.
Everyone who commits an offense under the relevant section is guilty of an indictable offense and liable to imprisonment for a term not exceeding 2 years, or is guilty of an offense punishable on summary conviction, where there'd obviously be discretion in the circumstances.
Yeah, the problem is hate is subjective, and they can just keep adding symbols to their repertoire. It's ridiculous. I mean, it's not. It's
They could add the Grimerica logo.
Yeah.
Any day. So you can now go to jail for longer than a break and enter or a murder
Sex
or rape
crimes.
or sex crime, fill in the blank.
Real violence, real violence.
Real violence. So yeah, okay, we could take it to the second half for everything else. Check it out. Sign up at Grimericans.ca if you want to get that second half, and we'll get it to you. We got another 45 minutes so stuff to get through here, and it's going to get juicy going through all the vaccine stuff. And I got almost exclusively like pharma stuff for the second half.
All right. Well, Truzian says, just for the audio people, if you get a chance, read Secret Brotherhoods from Steiner. He lays out the template for assassination and false flag. Relates directly to Kirk. Yeah, will do. Yeah. I just think whoever planned it underestimated, and it's going to backfire a little bit. I think it's going to cause too much of a kerfuffle, I think. But
all right,
maybe that's what they want. I just don't think they want it to burn down so fast. Like we can't have a revolution. We're too fragile, and things are going to just collapse faster than they want. Then they will be unsafe.
Yeah. All right. Fire up second half. You go first.
All right. Well, I mean, okay. Jeez, now I'm been flopping all over. All right, let's start with Lockheed Martin. I mean, we're going to get into some UAPs and some stuff that's been happening for a while here. This week has been a busy week on all fronts too. So just unveiled the Lockheed Martin Vectis. So Skunkworks introducing